We are live. Ravens are live. Lamar Jackson, man, that guy in open space is so much fun to watch.
We
Baltimore
were complaining
will
about
get
that earlier
the
in this year.
kickoff.
Like we weren't getting those highlights.
I know they weren't doing. He wasn't doing it either by design. They were trying out different things, saving those plays for this time of year, or he was injured. One of them. But regardless, it was a good. It's been a breath of fresh air to see him doing it, because guess what? His arm and his passing has not been good. It has been, yeah. That was exactly my thought, Jared.
I mean,
on the same wavelength.
some missing pieces to this Cleveland defense, and we saw it last week. It's not a good defense. You know, it got slashed in the second half, especially in garbage time. But it is fun to see Lamar running again. Like it's no fun when he sucked. Yeah. It's amazing. What could have been of this first half if he didn't fall down 7 times? It's like when he when he decides to run, he's running on a track, and when he decides to drop back, he's sitting on roller skates.
Banana peel. Yep.
Falling down like the 15-yard sack, 11-yard sack.
Blooper, full on blooper reel. Yeah.
They're not like 2-yard sacks either. They're huge. And this is not the kind of offense that can handle, 2nd and 18, 3rd and 15. Those are tough.
No. Although they had a nice third down pass to Mark Andrews, a little bit of a broken defense there by the Browns. They kind of slipped into a little bit of a coma. But yeah, I think we got a pretty full house, but it's worth noting. Congratulations. Brown Bag Bets off to a fire start. William and Larry over was a no doubter for you. Good job. You even had
overtime
made it that much better.
Really, shout out to the William and Mary tribe. They were down 15.5.
That's right.
It up, won it in overtime. Good job.
Yep.
Second, they've only played 2 games all year. 1-1. Good job.
I like them. I like William and Mary.
They're my pick to click.
Let's break down this game a little bit. Let's get into a second half play here. So the Ravens get the ball first. The Browns really have no athletes at all that can compete with Lamar Jackson in the red zone. So are you worried about an under? If I think the under is the right angle, which it probably is, are you worried about the Browns being able to stop Lamar every time they have the ball in the red zone? Because
the other point to be scared of an under for here is the refs. The refs are just winging it, man. They're straight YOLOing this shit. Where they
no, they look like they don't know what they're doing. They look like this is the first professional
lost.
Football game they've ever refereed. It's so bad. And I've seen them make different mistakes. Like guy pulls out his flag and then he puts it in his pocket. He's wind the clock. Oh wait, no, stop the clock. Like these guys look like they are doing this for the first time. It's embarrassing. And that one drive where they gave the Browns the first down on that really, really soft DPI. I've seen enough replays of the roughing the passer that although it sure felt like he got pushed into him by the offensive lineman. So what the hell was
roughing the passer was tough. This has been a weird game overall with the calls you've had on some of the pass interference, and one of them was pretty nice. You mostly for the most part make that call, but the roughing the passer was weird. Cleveland fumbling 3 times, not losing any of them.
It's such a fucked up feeling when you are, I'm not even on Baltimore in this game.
I just want Baltimore. I want Baltimore to win.
I want them to win. And and seeing the Browns recover 3 fumbles in one in the secondary is insane. It's been a weird game, and I guess I feel relieved that the Ravens are up 21-14. And I'm inclined to think that they pull away here. I love the Ravens with a lead in general, especially since they have.
That's where my head is at.
I also want to point out
Ravens.
Let's give Baker Mayfield a little bit of credit. He's not playing amazing, but he's playing well. That first drive that was scripted was outstanding. A lot of that I want to give Stefanski credit for, but Baker made the plays.
And a nice trick play in there too.
Yeah, nice. I guess. Yeah, 1 air yard, 1 air yard on a freaking
1 air yard.
Is that how it's supposed to work?
It worked. It wasn't negative.
Yeah, that's true. The flea flicker for Baltimore lost them a yard, I think. So there you go. But yeah, no, that whole scripted series out of the gate was great. I think he's doing a good job of not letting the pressure affect him. Usually the pressure gets to Baker and he makes really bad decisions and really poor throws. We're not seeing that exactly. And the pressure's been getting there, just not quite getting home. He's using his athleticism well. If he like opens it up a little bit and tries to scramble instead of hanging and trying to make a pass, he probably moves the offense a little more effectively in the second half. I don't know. I guess anything I'm saying leading you to a bet as we look across this
I don't know. Like,
basically,
I would say he's been
to the Browns.
He's been okay under pressure. Like there's been a few times where when he rolled out and had that 5-yarder, he needed to throw down the sidelines and he threw it like he was at the county fair trying to get the fastest pitch. Like, what the fuck was that? Like just put any amount of touch on that. That guy's probably still running. And I mean, obviously if you get hit, you're going to throw the ball sideways, but there's been a couple times where he's had some bad passes under pressure. He's 12 for 23. It's not great numbers. He's made some nice tosses. I'd say he's just okay right now. The under is really sketchy. I wish we were if we're getting a 24, I'd think about it. 23.5 under juiced. Baltimore at the ball first. If Baltimore does go down, score anything, let's say even just a field goal, I suppose that puts us in a bit of a ticklish spot here.
But point out,
Garrett did. I don't know what exactly the injury was. He tweaked an ankle, or
no, I didn't think so. But
it was just kind of on a play where he went out for a bit.
Yeah, but that did help swing the momentum. And honestly, Ravens are doing a nice job of putting two guys on him. It was an elbow. That's what I thought. It was an elbow. Yeah. The Ravens are doing, except when he plays the D tackle position, he gets pressure up the middle. He can still be disruptive.
He hit his funny bone probably.
Yeah, funny bone. It was a funny bone injury.
Oh, that's not fun.
The least funny is a very angry bone injury. Okay, so
Cleveland under 10.5 points.
No, you're beating that drum, huh? You think the under?
You want the under? What you think Cleveland's going to win the game?
No.
If Cleveland scores over 10.5, they probably win this game. You wanted the under 23.5, but you don't like Cleveland team total under?
Well, I thought the under was the right look, but once the number popped and it was 23.5, I'm out on that. I thought we were going to get like 26.5 or 27.
Oh,
this is wide open. I mean, 35 points scored. I'm surprised they hung on 23.5. To be honest with you, I mean that number is anchored in the expectation that this was going to be a weather game, and it clearly is not. Would you disagree?
Yeah. The wind, I just checked the winds. They are dying down. I'm showing 16 now. They were showing like 25, 30, maybe huge gusts. So if the winds aren't bad, I mean, are we going to go full heel and just take the over?
I kind of think we might have to at 23.5.
It's cheap too. Like basically you get 23.5 at plus number.
Yeah. This is kind of reminiscent of the Browns Bengals game from week. You remember that Thursday nighter from week 2?
Yeah.
Browns just couldn't get off the field defensively. Bengals scored a bunch of garbage time points, ended 35-30. That game was 21-13 at halftime. This does feel like these teams both, I guess another thing is that because this is like such a high leverage game, especially for Baltimore, they're going to empty the playbook. They're going to be going for fourths. They're going to,
they absolutely. This is
Cleveland answers. If Cleveland answers, even if they don't, I think Baltimore absolutely keeps their foot on the gas. They are going to score in this one. I think we go over 23.5. What do you think?
Yeah, I hate both sides a lot. I'm scared, but I'd rather have the over here, I guess. With the wind dying down and the way the defenses have just not been able to get to people. And even, you say both teams like to run, but they're running kind of effectively. People are ripping off 10-yard carries. Baltimore has three running backs plus a quarterback who can run. Chubb obviously looks good. And yeah, I think we get something similar. So there's some 22.5s on DK. I'm guessing those are no overtime numbers, but still. It'd be funny if it went to overtime and didn't get there.
That's an interesting point. That game, the Bengals could throw and the Ravens can't. That's fair, but the Bengals converted a lot of lucky 3rd and 4th downs through the air in that one. I don't know that the Ravens are going to be stopped on the ground in this one. They might not have to throw much. Lamar looks very engaged. His running is outstanding. Dobbins, we're going to see a healthy dose of Dobbins in the second half. I think we're gonna see points still. And the refs are a wild card. Who knows how they call this game?
A real wild card. Yeah, both team totals. I'm showing it 10.5 juiced to the Pisskills to the over here. So whatever. I'm taking it.
Where?
Low vig, bet online, whatever.
Okay. Would you found a 23 flat?
23.5 plus 102.
Okay. There's not
minus 103 now. It's moving against me, or it's moving with me.
That's cool.
Minus 103 is what I bet. It didn't take my plus 102. So I guess there was a stretch there where we bet like 4 or 5 unders in a row, and I went into this game feeling the under. I don't think I'm letting the first half influence too much. It's just the way the Ravens are moving the ball, and I think
minus 102 is still available on.
Really,
so that's
Cleveland left points on the field.
Oh yeah, they did. Oh yeah,
that was wild. Although they didn't deserve to have that field goal. So
that's true. That was a very ball don't lie. Love to see it.
Oh, you already put a banner up. I was making a banner. Womp, womp.
Yeah, I got you. Bookmaker had minus 102, so they were.
Oh, look at me!
Minus 101 now. We lost closing line value already.
It is. There's a lot of mountains up here.
Near Minneapolis.
Yeah, we have ski resorts here. You should see them. They're just big hills.
LOLs.
Kind of feels weird not having a Tuesday night game or anything weird this week. Oh, this is interesting. This is going to give us. This was going to give us the baseline for how teams play coming off a Tuesday into a Monday night game. We'll look back on this. It's such a weird deal for
Tuesday to Monday.
So, and that is the other thing. If you want to talk about, how Pittsburgh's defense gassed out a little in the second half last night.
Yeah.
Baltimore again is on short rest. They had a weird scheduling snafu too, if you want to go that route. So, and again, they still have players coming off COVID stuff that might be a little more or less conditioned. If there are people that couldn't keep up with their conditioning because they were having, a crazy virus in their lungs or whatever, we don't know what the symptoms were for some of these guys.
Yeah.
This guy brings up a point. It's not a normal week. We have Saturday football. I forgot about that.
That'd be great. I got bets on both games too, by the way. I played. Fun. Can you guess what I played in the nightcap?
What was Denver the late game?
Yes. Oh, actually, no. Denver's the early game. The rotation numbers are out of order. I played the Panthers in the nightcap, the afternoon game. What do I have?
Denver.
I think Denver's the right side now at 7.
Well, did you play an early Buffalo number or a late Denver number?
No, I missed the good Buffalo numbers, so I let that one stay.
I know Suma was up early and
he was good on.
He hit that hard
number, and I was pretty steamed when I saw that had been steamed. But I did get a good number though, and it was what we talked about yesterday. They opened that total at 48, and I snuck in there and got an over 48. It's up to 50 now. I still think 50 is a fair play. I make the total 52. And yeah, we have a
there's been some heavy movement for a week this late in the year.
Yes, there has. Yeah, there has. And I mean, the cluster injury to the defensive backfield for the Denver is really the angle that I'm betting. You'll get garbage points out of Drew Lock against this Buffalo defense. In fact, I think this sets up so similarly to like San Francisco Buffalo a couple weeks ago. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we see a very similar final score line. Buffalo, was 34-24. Wouldn't be crazy. I think I could see a backdoor by Drew Lock.
It's funny. The one freaking Denver game I really got involved with the Raiders is the game that they decided to not get involved in garbage time.
Yeah, got to give a Canadian Capper 72 some credit. Yesterday he brought up the no, that was me. I was all about the digs. I didn't read that.
I didn't hear that.
But he pointed out sharply that the Pittsburgh 3 games in 11 days was going to impact that defense. And sure enough, that defense looked real tired in the second half of that game, and I think that helped our over a lot.
I'm really happy that anybody who got a 24 cashed as well.
No, me too.
With the 2-point conversion. So good job.
Yeah.
Good job by getting that 2-pointer. That felt bad.
The Broncos secondary. Honestly, if I can't tell you who the Broncos are going to put out there in the secondary with all of their injuries. They lost 2 more guys.
Here, I got it. I actually have the answer to this. Maybe that quarterback from a few weeks ago could transition to corner. The wide receiver quarterback guy.
You're not crazy.
Not far
We're going to have to do that. We're going to Hilson. Was it Hilson?
I don't know, man.
$10 to anyone who can come up with that guy's name.
There's no 10. Hinton.
Hinton?
S.E. Hinton. She wrote The Outsiders.
Hinton. Yeah. They could use it.
Kendall Hinton. Oh, I was way off. Mine was a young girl writer.
Yeah, Duke Dawson is done.
Bowie is naughty.
Bowie is gone. We're gonna get Devontae Bosby, Michael Ojumadia, maybe not even. He might not even be good to go. But there's gonna be a lot of very young guys who have.
Thank you, Joey Braggs.
No hope. A lot of guys that really aren't going to be able to defend Diggs and company very well. Samsonite was way off. Shimmy. Fluky good pass play for the Ravens as they're kicking off the second half here. I like the lucky bounces. I appreciate it. But I would like just a little crisper offense here out of these guys.
Crispier.
Yeah, that's a nice play. The Browns secondary is as suspect as we thought.
Those are real players. That's fun.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Here's a bad sign. Bosby got
over the second. Oh wow, really? Oh man, I didn't know that.
New cleats. We're in the red zone. We haven't. I want to do my. Who's the guy? Not Siciliano, but the good one.
Scott Hansen.
We have an instant red zone situation here in Cleveland. Never mind, they scored already. Fuck.
Did they?
We do show every touchdown all Sunday. Lamar changes cleats, and Gus Edwards 19 yards today. Hizzy.
Oh, baby.
So Baltimore.
Two for Lamar, 2 for Gus. If you're keeping track at home.
It's the witching hour, he says. That guy forces the witching hour. I still love him way more than Siciliano, but the witching hour and the octopus, he just keeps feeding that down our throats.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Go.
2 for Chubb. Oh yeah, that's crazy. That's right. There are two for everyone. You get 2 touchdowns. Chubb's got 2, Lamar's got 2, Gus has got 2. Let's get 2 for J.K. Dobbins and call it a night. How's that sound to you? Does that work?
I would like Dobbins to get a little more rushing yards. I have a prop on him for rushing plus receiving, and the Gus Bus is getting these big carries. So I need like 30 more yards out of him, which the script is leading it towards it. If we can get a punt here, we get Dobbins.
I like a pick. I don't forget a punt. Pick 6, man.
Pick 6.
Keep scoring some points. Let's keep scoring some points. 25 more would be nice. Any other thoughts on how the Week 15 card is shaping up for you? You're skipping Thursday Night Football, right? Raiders, Chargers. You got no action there.
I didn't love much on there. If anything, I'm going to wait for that game to kind of play out a little and look for a live angle on the total, depending on how the Chargers look offensively. If if we can get like a fluky 3 and out or something, a couple of those in a row, I think a lower total in the over. Those defenses aren't stopping people. That's one of those where you hit a live over when it hits like 45 and you laugh about it later. I like the Buffalo look. We talked about it Sunday. Suma crushed that number on us, and I don't mind your look either with the total. We did say it's a lot of effing points for Green Bay. You ended up on Carolina in the points. I like that.
Yeah, look,
We haven't seen much
if you're going to
movement.
give me Teddy Bridgewater and a whole bunch of points,
Yeah.
and DJ Moore back, and Christian McCaffrey back, and Green Bay's defense who's suspect, that's too much. I can't walk away from that. I'm not walking away from that.
That might be a good look for a team total as well. Like Carolina over 20 and a half, 21. You're looking at 25 and a half minus 4.5. So like 21 for a team total. I would think Carolina could get there, especially with garbage time if Green Bay's running. So that is a good looking cap. Thank you, Mr. Calhoun.
Is that like Houston Astros Apollo 11 crossover cap?
Yeah. I don't know if you heard, but
the Eagle has landed.
Well, no, it's Houston. We have a problem. We're dirty fucking cheaters.
Oh, sorry. Oh my goodness.
I guess
a little aggressive.
I guess, yeah. Cape Canaveral's in Houston.
Yeah.
For the weekend, we'll get over some more weekend stuff.
Did you hear any update? You got any thoughts, the projections on who Washington football team is going to roll out their quarterback? And doesn't matter.
I don't know, man. They made it sound like it's just a calf strain. So, I mean, if Denzel Ward can't play, I would think they're in like a really big race for this division title. And if there is a team who can actually say, screw the draft positioning, let's just do this. Like Washington, I'm fine with that. Like I don't know. They weren't going to get their quarterback anyway this year. They're still kind of trying things out. So whatever, go for it. I'm fine with it.
Saturday, can you give me an approximate estimation of what the teaser liability is going to be on Green Bay Buffalo teasers?
Lots. Like all of them. I'm still thinking about Green Bay in a teaser, man. They've been so good. Like, I don't think a Green Bay teaser.
Teddy Bridgewater is going to ruin your Saturday.
I don't think they're going to lose. They'll get inside the 9.
I don't either, but.
Would you get 8.5 or 9?
9. Not that I think it really matters one way or the other. The Green Bay Indy teaser. Yeah, that's be interesting.
I don't hate that at all.
What?
Yeah, there's a few other ones. The Seattle number got steamed the bejesus belt, which good because we bet that number was wrong.
Jam it. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, you talked me into the Philly over pretty quickly as soon as you reminded me how many people got injured. I've kind of avoided Arizona totals lately, but I don't hate that at all. I'm pretty happy where we are.
Yeah.
Because I'm not really in Lanai.
Not yet. Not this year.
Not yet. Yeah, we will. We're gonna do. I think we will. We will have to do some live events. I talked to Reed about that already. East Coast one, a West Coast one, a Vegas one. We just need this vaccine to figure things out. And all of a sudden, we'll take the show on the road.
Yeah.
The ocean is so calm. It is calm. This is my.
It's paradise.
This is my escape. A Texas one would be good. A Canadian one would be. I cannot go to Canada right now. I don't think.
Yeah, we will eventually.
A hunting trip would be good. Kill some stuff.
Yep, that's right. They get it.
This is my Zen spot.
Yeah, Joey gets it. I had a point, and it's escaping me about the weekend card.
Oh, yeah, you could come up here. I'll show you the woods where I stood out and lifted that dog up. It's nice.
What? Oh yeah, I was going to make one point. We talked a little bit about Rams futures yesterday, a couple of times, and I wanted to circle back on something because I did the math, I did the homework, and I wanted to make sure people know about this. Part of the speculation about the Rams were maybe they could even move up into the 2 seed. I know this is putting the cart before the horse. They still have to win the NFC West and get a home playoff game to begin with. But the likelihood that they're going to get the 2 seed over the Saints is not good. The Saints have won the tiebreaker. They've won it. They've won it. Period. It's over.
Well, I mean, so what if the Saints?
If they tie, I'm saying tiebreaker. If they tie, then the Saints will be the 2 and the Rams will be the 3. So you need the Saints to lose the Chiefs and another game if the Rams are going to get up into the 2 seed. And I don't know that I see that happening, but who knows? This might be, I mean, what would you price probability that Taysom Hill is the
Right.
quarterback for the remainder of the Saints games this year?
He might play until the playoffs, man. It might just be a thing. They could be downplaying the ribs thing just to keep other teams, just keeping them honest, making them prep for it. But yeah, let's say that what's your most likely loss? If you do lose to the Chiefs, you have the
You didn't give
Vikings
me a
at
price
home.
on Taysom Hill the rest of the way.
Oh,
This is Taysom Hill's team now.
50-50, man. It's 50-50.
Wow.
Even money. I really do think they're just screwing with us and downplaying the injury. Dude, my dad broke his ribs. My dad broke his ribs when I was younger. Like I couldn't breathe right for weeks. Like he was walking funny, like and he only broke a few. Breeze broke a shitload, and my dad was in his 20s. Breeze is pert near 40. It's not an easy injury. And yeah, Patrick knows you crack a rib, you can't move right. He's not going to take hits like that, especially with Taysom playing pretty much okay.
Yeah.
It's let's say they lose to the Chiefs. Breeze still isn't ready. The Vikes at home or the Panthers on the road. Which one is more likely? Like those are 2 wins, even with Taysom. Those are 2 bad defenses. That's what they match up well against.
Yeah, I think you're right. But
we're getting a lot of rib stories now. Cried when I sneezed.
I think everybody's broke some ribs, Yeah. I think it's more likely that we see him come back, and they probably bring him back for that week 14 game. I don't know. Yeah, the Rams do have to beat Seattle again, although they have a nice read on how to beat that team.
Bringing them back against Minnesota doesn't feel terrible because they have no pass rush.
I'm with Birdie. I've eaten my fair share of ribs, so never broken any.
Oh, my dogs love it when I smoke ribs because we'll eat them outside, and I let the kids, when they're done with them, they literally just whip it out into the yard, and then the dogs fight over it.
Yeah, we're talking about ribs too much. There's going to be some ribs in the near future.
Oh, God, I might have to. Honestly, Costco has pretty good meat. Like they have the 3-pack of ribs, which is way too many, because then you get cold ribs the next day for like breakfast. Oh,
yep, that's a great call.
All right, I'm gonna go to bed.
All right, yeah, I think the Browns are going to get a touchdown here, and our 24 points needed will be down to 10 with a quarter and a half to play. That's my official feel on this drive. A bad outcome for us on this drive would be the Browns going for it on 4th down and not getting it. Which is possible. Stefanski seems like he's got the idea.
He's got the itch tonight.
We got to go. He's got the itch. We got to go for it on 4th down if we're going to
that 4th and like that 4th and 6.
Plus his kicker already nuked him.
Do you remember the 4th and 6 where I didn't notice that the clock was ticking down in the quarter? I'm like, holy shit, what are we doing here?
Oh yeah, no, the Browns are definitely going to get a touchdown now. It's that was a huge play. Kareem Hunt on the wheel route is very tough to defend. They should call that play more, to be honest. No one can really. There's no linebacker.
Wheel route that was working perfectly
in the wheel route. That's an easy play. As our friend Dr. Eric likes to say, that's hitting the easy button, the wheel route to Kareem Hunt.
I have an easy button. My wife knows where it's at, though, too.
All right. Well,
there's not a lot of people left in here, and we're not recording this part, right?
No. I mean, give it to Chubb again. Why not? He's already got 2. Give him 3. What are we doing here, guys? Why are we throwing it? That was almost.
Hey-yo, touchdown! All right, now we can call it. Right. We've never stayed for 2 touchdowns before.
I know that. And guess how much time is left?
Oh, there, a literal shitload.
And we need 10 points, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the
Reed's still here. Reed's not going anywhere. I think Reed's in Canada right now again.
It's too early to call it, but I'm feeling good about this one, Andy.
I feel good too. I'm going to go home. I'm going to listen to this on the radio on the drive home. Hopefully another touchdown before I arrive.
You're going to rewatch the broadcast we just did? You just heard it.
No. I'm going to listen to the game on the ride home. And then I'm going to go home and pour a big glass of something brown and watch the rest of the game. And if they score too much, whatever.
All right. Best of luck. And we will catch you on Thursday night. Actually, no, the live stream on Wednesday. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Oh, he missed
watch
the
it
extra
live.
point.
Did he?
Yeah.
Dude, Cody Parkey, pack your bags, buddy.
We got cocky. Bad things happen. All right, hit the credits, baby.